faith files.
I reached out to him. No answer. I even went as far as sending an email. No reply. And then word had gotten back to me that he began to decline in health. His health began to decline. Now comes the part that y'all probably asking, and y'all probably, the reason why y'all even clicked on the video in the first place, right? Just to be honest with y'all. Yes, he died of AIDS. Yes, his close friends and family knew. We respected him and respected his wishes and didn't share that with the world. I've gotten a call or two about being in a little documentary or getting interviewed about Craig. I declined him. Why? I didn't want to be asked those questions, and I didn't want to have to lie. Yes, he was HIV positive. I didn't know that the entire time. This is how it went down. And a point during our friendship, he was living in Old Westbury. And I had went out there that day. We was kicking it. His story is pretty crazy, right? He grew bud. He grew bud in the backyard. This is in Long Island, man. Dude's crazy. But it was a dope crib where it was like kind of like, you know, like a long driveway off a main road, right? So it was all the privacy in the world. Anyway, he grew bud. He had a big bud this big. And if I recall, it had like a twig or a branch or something on it that was like spiky. I don't know how it ended up happening, but he cut himself on his nose. And it was bleeding. Something so small, it was bleeding a lot. But the way he acted about blood getting on me was a little, it was like, oh wow, you know, kind of like, listen, nobody wants their blood on anybody. They're that considerate, and you don't want someone's blood on you, right? It is what it is. It's natural. But I'm telling you, it was a lot. And Blanc, don't touch that. You know, it was like, I said to myself, yo, just put that up here, and I didn't say nothing. Kept it to myself. When he had gotten sick, I spoke to a family member of his, and he confirmed what I already had a feeling was the situation. I don't know what led him there, because I knew he was on medication. They say that the leader of this quote unquote cult told him to stop taking medication and believe that the Lord would heal him. I don't know if that's the case. And if I had to take a guess, I would say that he wanted to stop taking his medication. He made that conscious decision. And he stopped taking his medication. And he was in bad shape. I spoke to his brother, and we spoke about it. I already knew about his condition. We spoke about that in particular. I spoke to his son, confirmed that as well, and told me that, you know, he was graphic in what he told me, you know, how he was his last moments, which broke my heart. And I cried, man. I cried. I was sad. I didn't want to see my man like that in that situation and in those conditions. But this is the decision that he chose. This is the road he chose. He wanted to go out like this. I truly believe that this is the way he wanted to go out. This is what he wanted. This is what he wanted. And you know what's funny? We had a conversation like that. He had did a song, right? And this is going to go back to this interview that he did. Everybody's on this Diddy train, right? Where everything is Diddy, everything is Diddy, everything is Diddy. There's an interview with Craig Mack said that he wanted to kill somebody. He had a gun on his lap, and they wanted to work on another album. He brought his goons, he brought that goons, whatever. No, it was not Diddy. No, it was not Puff. No, it was not Sean Combs. He was not speaking about Sean Combs. I know exactly who he was talking to. I won't say that here, though. Not for fear or anything, just because it's none of my business. And to be quite honest, it doesn't need to be out there like that. But I know exactly who he was talking about. But it wasn't Puff. So all those videos on YouTube about how he wanted to kill Puff and all this and all that, that's not the case. Get off it. Y'all don't know nothing. You know what? I'm going to do a follow-up video to this. Because there's going to be, in the comment section, y'all can ask away. I'm encouraging y'all to ask away. So I could write the best ones down, and then I'll do a follow-up on this video. Because this is going to be crazy. Anyway, he passed away. Now, those close to him know that he did a show in Japan. He became friendly with a young woman of age, all right? But he nicknamed her Yoko. That wasn't even her name. He nicknamed her Yoko. And then we started calling her Yoko. This was his partner and friend for many years. Later on, I don't know how this ended up happening or whatever. He befriended another one. I don't know if she was an old friend or a new friend or what, but they ended up moving in. They all lived together. I don't know their relationship or what was going on inside the home, nor do I care. I know Yoko, though. I was really cool with Yoko, and I know that she was his partner. She helped with the kids, and it was a cool relationship they had going on. Craig Mack was married at one point. I remember their relationship not being the greatest. I remember Craig complaining about, again, I'm not saying, these are not my opinions. I'm only saying what he told me. So please don't take it as if I'm talking bad about anyone. I'm simply reiterating what he told me. She had left him with the kids. We had did a show in Chicago. He went backstage. He said, wait for me here. I stood by the door. He went to the back alley, and he had a brief interaction with them, and they spoke, with her, and they spoke. I asked him about it. That's when he told me what he said. He cared for her, but she left him with the kids. Now, let's get back to what we were talking about. When he left me with, I believe, 4 CDs. If I'm not mistaken, 4 CDs. And he gave those CDs to 2 people. Craig had recorded this album. He was dealing with somebody he's done business with in the past. And the agreement was to record an album. He recorded a bunch of records for this project. And when things went left, I got that phone call. Unfortunately, we weren't on great terms at the moment. And I regret it to this day. I should have been there for him. And I wasn't. So that's something I gotta carry with me, right? But whatever. He turned around, and when he left to South Carolina, he gave me a bunch of CDs. I want to say 3 CDs, 4 CDs. I'm gonna show a picture. Hopefully I still have a picture. And I'm gonna pop it up right here. That album is on these CDs. There's 2 people that have those CDs. I'm not gonna mention the other person. That other person has those CDs too. I'm assuming that was the music he was working on, and he trusted me as well as this other person, and he gave us those CDs. That was that album that never came out. No, that's not the Mack World Sessions. That's something completely different. I'm glad I brought that up because now I can talk about that as well. For a brief moment in time, he linked up with Scooch, right? Robinson. which is the son of Joe Robinson and Sylvia Robinson, which owned Sugar Hill Records, right? They had a large recording studio in New Jersey, in Englewood, and I used to go out there and spend time with Craig, and Scutch was kind enough to open up his doors to me, and I would spend weekends over there and stuff and hang out with them. But I was there for those sessions. Those sessions, some of them became the Mack World sessions, and as well as some other songs that I have that that never came out. No one ever heard them. I have them. You know what I'm saying? He actually had a record where he was going at everybody, right? Which is crazy. I don't have that song, but that song exists. And he talks about a lot of the people that was featured on Flavor, a lot of people that Flavor in Your Ear remix, a lot of people that he helped on the way, and how he felt shaded, right? Which leads me to another topic I want to talk about before I get out of here, right?